Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the ATR Podcast for this Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, I don't like one thing I already did, but it's still going to be a learning progress, guys. Where the fuck is it? Design. Oh, design. There we go. I know I should have done this before, but I just no. You know what? Screw it. I like this look. But guys, what's going on? Obviously, you know who I am. I am John, host of the Around the Ropes podcast, your weekly comprehensive all talk wrestling stuff. But also, guys, want to mention something else. This is not just me chit chatting here for like a bumbling idiot, because you are allowed to leave comments below, and that's how you'll get to interact with the show, and you get to leave your comments and your thoughts. Because, guys, this is a two-way talk podcast. And guys, we have a lot of stuff to get to. Just bear with me 2 seconds here, because I do want to share the show out so we can get people to watch. But guys, what's going on? Wow, I'm seeing that right now on the feed, and boy, this is wait, hold on. Nope, there we go. But yeah, like I said, guys, just give me 30 seconds here because I want to share the show out. Again, guys, you can follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. We are on all of them. First announcement of many, because, guys, like I said, everything's starting to come back now with the show. And if you guys are watching the show in the comment section, let me know what you think about the circle box here. I'm curious to see what people's thoughts are on it. First of many announcements. If you guys notice in the right-hand side, right over here, there's a little QR code. If you were watching this on your laptop, and I hope you're watching this somewhere, you can scan that QR code, and that QR code will get you to a website that has Around the Ropes merchandise. Either it has t-shirts. Well, right now we have 3 t-shirts on there, so hopefully we'll have some more coming on there. But yep. But guys, like I said, so that's the first announcement of many coming up for tonight. But guys, we have a lot to get to. Guys, we are on the road to WrestleMania as of this Saturday. This Saturday, live from Indianapolis, Indiana, the 2025 Royal Rumble will happen. And guys, obviously, you know, we announced this last week. If you follow Jimmy J, you know this as well, because we will actually be live. And who do I mean by we? I mean myself and Ryan Peterson will be live on here this coming Saturday. Start time, not sure yet, but we'll get into that later on. Guys, I've always had this feeling when it comes to WrestleMania, when it comes to the Royal Rumble, of sort of this, you know, we kind of know who's going to make it mentality, and we kind of know the card. This is probably one of the first Royal Rumble leading to WrestleManias that I can remember in the longest time, where we really don't know what the card is. We don't know what we're going to get when we get to Las Vegas in a couple of weeks. And by a couple of weeks, I mean almost 2 months from now. But my point is this. When we get to Vegas, what's going on, Merck? How you doing, my friend? We don't know what the cards could look like. And that's a rarity, because normally by this point, we normally know, okay, this is going to be the world title match, this person. We don't know that. I can't remember a time when going into the Rumble and we really don't know who the winner's going to be. Got another comment coming in here from a good friend of ours, Laura, who says, John, I just saw that the Paul brothers are going to fight. I'll send it to you later. Yes, I did see that. Jake Paul and Logan Paul are set to fight March 27th. on Max. I don't know. I think it's boxing, so I'll have my thoughts on that later on. But Laura, I do appreciate that. But guys, if you want to comment on the show, you can definitely comment this. That's your way of interacting with us and all that stuff. But I can't remember a time going into the Royal Rumble where it was so wide open. I mean, you can go through the list, and we'll go through the list later on as far as who's in the men's and women's Rumble. And for the first time, I cannot pick a definitive winner. You can make the argument, especially for the men's side, you can make the argument of the people we know, probably at least, I think there's 8 people announced already for it, and I think 6 of them you can easily make an argument for without even batting an eyelash. 6 of them you can easily make the argument for of winning the Rumble. Yes, Laura, in case you didn't hear that ding, I just got it. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. But let me actually pull up quickly here who's in the men's Royal Rumble. So just bear with me 2 seconds here, because I know we spoke about this several weeks ago. Here we go. This is from SI.com. This is from the site called The Takedown. The 2025 Royal Rumble 2025 confirmed entrance list. Here we go. For the men, obviously we know John Cena. That was announced a while back. You got Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, LA Knight, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Chad Gable, Braun Breaker, and Penta. Okay, now right off the bat, you can easily make the argument of who can go for that title, who can go for that main event spot right off the bat. You can easily make it for John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. There can be a slight argument made for Jey Uso. I think the only one who is a definite no shot right now, I think, is LA Knight. Rey Mysterio's no shot in hell. Sami Zayn, again, that's a slight possibility. Shinsuke, unfortunately, no. Logan Paul, again, that's probably a slight of a possibility than Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Braun Breaker, I don't know. And the reason why I say Braun Breaker is kind of iffy right now, personally, would I love for it to happen? Absolutely, I would. The guy has the look, he has the charisma, he has the it factor. But is he ready to take that next step? That's my question, especially the fact he has the IC title. Now, the match I would love to see pan out of this Rumble, and that I hopefully we would get at WrestleMania, is the guy who kind of had the stare down with Braun Breaker last night on Monday Night Raw, and that's Penta. You're telling me we could have the potential of Braun Breaker and Penta for the IC title at WrestleMania? Yeah, sign me up for that right now. Do they have... Oh, no, now they're going to give the reasons for everybody. Okay, here we go. For the women's. Women's side is a little tough, a little different, though, because the women's side even is probably tougher because you don't really know. You got Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Liv Morgan. Wait, they have Liv Morgan. Oh. Apparently Liv Morgan declared for the Royal Rumble twice. Io Sky, Ivy Nile, and Lyra Valkyria. But I want to go back to the men's for a second, because you look at this you look at the men's. I mean, could we see possibly a Jey Uso? I mean, we've seen him in, I think they said, after coming out of Saturday's main event, I think he's been in 6 title matches already, and he's lost all 6. So I don't know if he really has if it would make sense to put him in that main event spot for a title. And also, it depends. You also have to remember something. it depends on also who's walking into Vegas with the titles, the undisputed title and the world heavyweight title. Because obviously, one of the matches we're going to see on Saturday is this match right here, and that's Cody Rhodes taking on Kevin Owens for the WWE undisputed title and the Wing Eagle title. So, I mean, could we see the possibility of Cody not walking into Mania with the title? It's very much a possibility. It's very, very much a possibility, to say the least. Hold on. What do you say here? Yeah, so like I said, now I was just reading something quickly. But like I said, though, as far as, so that's the thing, though. I mean, because let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say Kevin Owens does win the title. Somehow, in a shocker upon shocks, KO walks out of Indianapolis with the title. Then that changes the whole complexity of the main event scene. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if that's the case, then it should be that I could see it being Sammy. We do got a comment coming in here saying, John, your sound is messing up. You sound like, do I sound that bad? Anybody else who's watching, let me know in the comment section below. Do I sound that bad? Because I might have to figure out something here quickly. I appreciate that a lot. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Does this sound better? All right, let me know if this sounds better. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't get the chance to test this out beforehand, so I kind of have to go with this. But no, Alicia, I appreciate that input. But let me know if this sounds better. But going back to this, though, if you have the possibility of Cody, if let's say KO does take the belt in Indy, then I could easily see the scenario playing out of, how the frick? Oh, there we go. Then I could see the scenario playing out where we could potentially get all right, so hold on, Mark. So what you're saying is now with the microphone, I sound better. I just want to clear this up before we go further. And guys, you have to also realize one thing. We're still using a new platform here in Restream. Definitely go check them out. So I'm still learning all the quirks and everything. So just bear with us on this one. But let me just know in the comment section below if it's, if it sounds better with the microphone or without the microphone. Guys, also, like I said, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you want, and I would appreciate it, if you scan this QR code right here in the upper corner, you can get brought to the Around the Ropes Pro Wrestling Tees store where you can buy merchandise. But another match we're going to see on Saturday in Indianapolis is this match right here for the tag titles. And I think this is the first time we're getting the tag titles on a pay-per-view. Not on a kickoff show, on the actual pay-per-view. I think since WrestleMania, if I remember correctly, I think it's been since Mania that we've not had tag titles on the PLE. And how was about this for a freaking tag title match? We have DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus the team of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, also known as Motor City Machine Guns. And I think, if memory serves right, I think this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. So, But going back to the Rumble stuff for a second here, the Rumble this year, it's a very interesting thing, and I'll give my predictions later on. Because when you look at the Rumble as a whole, we really don't know. We really have no idea who's going to win. And look, if you look at the women's side, we kind of went over the list beforehand. The women's side is the same thing. You can't tell me off the names I just mentioned that one of them is on it. Oh, this person's a guarantee. And everybody's going to sit here and say, oh, Charlotte's a guarantee. Charlotte's a guarantee. Not necessarily. They may want you to think that Charlotte is a guarantee. They may want you to sit there and think, oh, Charlotte's coming back. She's gonna, be the guarantee to win the match, the Rumble on Saturday. Not necessarily. But hold on, I do want to just pull up quickly here. And guys, like I said, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. It does wonders for us. Hold on, I want to just see something here. Like I said before, guys, we went over the men's, the names for who's going to be the men's, but I want to see if I can pull up the women. I know we went through it, but I'm just going to go through it one more time. All right, here we go. For the women's side, we have Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Io Sky, Ivy Nile, and Lyra Valkyria. So, like for the men's, I'll go through the women's quickly. I can tell you right off the bat, Lyra Valkyria, probably not. She has the IC title. Ivy Nile, unfortunately, when she, on her own, she was good. Now that she's doing the stuff with the Creed brothers and Gable, to me, she's really become a big non-factor. Io Sky is one name I can see. Obviously, Liv Morgan is a name I can see. Naomi's going to be interesting because by the time we get to Mania in April, we should hopefully know by that point who attacked Jade Cargill. And if it is proven that it is Naomi who attacked her, could Mania be the grounds for a potential Naomi Cargill match? That's what's going to be telling to see. Then we also have, so like I said, Io Sky, Liv Morgan. Naomi's kind of like a meh in between. Bianca Belair, yes. Charlotte Flair, yes. And Bayley, yes. I could see that. That's the problem with the Rumble right now. I can very easily see that being the case. Now, would I agree with, do I want that to be the case? No, hold on, give me a second here because I'm going through the wrong, there we go. But like I said, though, as far as, and I don't think, Mark or somebody can tell me in the comment section below, I appreciate it. I don't know if, I think those are the only matches. I think you get the 2 title matches, and then you get the 2 Rumble matches. Unless there's a third match. But realistically, I don't know what that third match would be. You're not going to put Chelsea Green versus Meechin on a card like this. Especially the fact you have to remember, the 2 Rumble matches alone are going to be close to an hour each. And you want to typically have pay-per-view PLEs go no more than 2.5 hours. So if you do that, figure you do the men's Rumble for an hour, the women's Rumble for an hour. You get the 2 title matches that go 45 minutes each with entrances. I could see you. That's easy how you can get 3 hours right there. I could very easily see that. But no, like I said, this is probably one of the few pay-per-views I'm very, okay, thank you. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. But yeah, like I said, I don't see it being more. I mean, what are you going to put Lyra versus somebody else? To get all the time? No. Shit, I'm getting tired now. I don't know why. But okay. Thank you, Mark, for confirming. But yeah, realistically, you're not going to be seeing more matches here. As far as who do I see, because I know that's always a big question, is who do I see making that return / debut? I don't know. I think as far as returns, I think as far as debut. Now, do you consider NXT a debut? I mean, yeah, I can see NXT people being a debut. I think right off the bat, I could see Trick Williams easily. I can see, but Mark, here's the only thing though, because I know everybody's gonna sit there and say, oh, you got all the TNA people. They're gonna look at Jordan Grace as being a TNA. I don't look at her as being TNA, especially after the news broke yesterday that she officially signed with WWE. I look at it as she's going to be debuting with the company she's going to be working with. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of Jordan Grace in the weeks and months to come and years to come. But so you got them. I'm trying to think of who else. And I know with the Rumble, it's never say never, so it could be anybody. I'll put it this way: I still think we're going to get Joe Hendry in the Rumble, especially the fact he is going to be an indie for the freaking WrestleCon. It just makes sense. I'm going to throw another name out there. And it's a legend. And it's a tag team specialist. I don't know why, but I think we're going to be seeing Bubba Ray Dudley at the Rumble. Just a good guess. Because you always have those, I remember there was, the one Rumble where it was him, Boogeyman, in the early stages. But I just laughed when you get these people who are sitting there saying, oh, we're going to be getting cocaine and this person. No. Yes, Mark, I can see that as well. Mark said, I think we're getting Masha Samovich. And I think that's to further her story right now with Cora Jade. Because from what I saw, Cora Jade will be in action this week on Impact, on TNA. So more than likely, Masha will probably interfere in her match. So I can very easily see that. I'm trying to think of who else. I can see Trish Stratus for the women. I can see Lita. I think the problem is because, and we went through the list before, there's only like 8 names announced. I think the women's side is going to get a lot more of the surprises and the debuts than the men's. Because there's really not that many women. You're not getting that many women right now. And I just think, as far as the other women goes, like I said, Trish, Lita. I don't know why I can see Victoria being in it somehow. I can see. Yeah, but you can go down the whole list. You can sit there and say Mickie James can be it. Well, honestly, Mickie James being in it would not be a shocker. Her husband currently is the general manager of SmackDown. She is on that new show, LFG, which is started for the WWE on February 16th. And she also could be announced for the Hall of Fame for WWE. Yes. I think we're getting Julia. I think we're getting Roxanne. I think we're getting. Yeah, Mark, that's who I said, Julia. I think we're getting Roxanne. I think we're getting Stephanie Vacure. Another dark horse, and I know it would not happen, but why not? I'm just gonna throw this out there. why not have somebody from NXT win the Rumble? Shocker upon shocks. When it was... No, we've never actually... I'm trying to remember here. No. I think the closest we've ever gotten to a potential NXT person winning it was the year that Bo Dallas was in it. I wonder what he's doing these days. But I think the problem is... But I'm being serious, though. Why not have an NXT? Why not have a Trick Williams? Why not have a Julia win it? And if you've been a fan of the show for a while, you know I've been saying this. The WWE has to build stars. And I know the men would be a little tougher just because you have so many people in that main event scene right now. Mark, I know Bo Dallas is Uncle Howdy. That was my joke. Oh, yeah. My head hurts. Oh, yeah. But yeah, why not have somebody from NXT win it? Seriously. I think that would surely be different. That would surely definitely spark some interest because the WWE is going to put themselves in a position where a lot of these guys who are in the main event scene right now are getting older. And not everybody is Ric Flair who can wrestle. Well, Mark, I'm going to touch on that in a second. But as far as with what we were talking about, why not have somebody from NXT win it? It would definitely spark some interest. I mean, you want to talk about Rumbles, okay? Or Battle Royals that the company has had. Let's look at the Andre the Giant Battle Royal for a hot second. I know it's a different thing, but you get my point here in a second. What's so wrong with having somebody from NXT get the win? Give them their moment. We saw it a couple years ago with Baron Corbin, and look what happened to him. My point is this. And like I said, later on, I will give my predictions of who I think, could win. Let's get to some comments here right now. Mark says, I agree with you, man. Mark, Mark, I hope you realize at this point I'm busting your chops about the thing with Uncle Howdy. Marco said, all the reason I'm saying that is because they just shipped them to SmackDown, bro. Good friend of the show, David said, even I got that one, John. But just to keep things moving here. So we have, like I said, we had all that going on. But now I kind of want to jump into some indie wrestling talk here for a second. And unfortunately, the guy who... Hold on, all right, here we go. The guy who... Oh, okay. All right, Mark, thank you for clarifying that one. Nope. But I want to talk... There's a company out here on Long Island, and if people from this company are listening, they're going to be shocked that I'm actually putting them over on the podcast right now. And that would be... Where the frick is it? Where is it? Come on, there we go. VPW, Victory Pro Wrestling. And they had a show last week called Wrestling for the Win. And I had seen them once before when they were over in Bayshore. And I wish Ryan was on or somebody from VPW was on so I can say this to them. I think that promotion has a lot of potential to it. And because I want to talk about, what we saw at this show. In non-tag team action, which was kind of weird for this guy, Anthony Gangone took out JJ Does. Now, this wouldn't be the last time we see Gangone, And those, to me, I know everybody says he's like, he looks like he can be Face's little twin, but JJ Doe's has the It factor. He really does. Next we had Salem beating Becca Wiley. Now, Becca is somebody who we've seen quite often with Titan. We've seen her in other companies. So this match wasn't too bad. Then we had Zach Ramsey scoring a second loss in a year against returning Sebastian Amor. Now, I found out afterwards, this was Sebastian Amor's real first time at being a babyface, because I've seen Sebastian Amor before. And if you haven't seen this kid, definitely go check him out. And he is a bona fide heel. The few times I've seen him, the twice I've seen him in Creative Pro, he's a bona fide heel. It's tough, and I'm not saying this just for Sebastian, I'm saying this in general. It's tough when you have somebody who's a bona fide heel and you try them out as a babyface. Case in point, look at MJF. And I know it's shocking that I'm comparing Sebastian Amor to MJF, but my point is this. You look at Sebastian Amor, you're not going to cheer the guy. I mean, shit, his name is Amor. If you took Spanish class, you know that means love. But on the flip side, though, I do want to talk highly about one tag team that we did see in action. And that was Even Stevens taking on the Major League Blondes, which is the team of Nahir Robles and JC Storm. Now, as many of you know, JC Storm and Round the Ropes Podcast have a little bit of a back history. I won't get into it now, but if you know, you know. And I had not seen Nahir in wrestle probably about a year. Probably the last time I saw her wrestle was for Dynasty last April when they were at Brace for Impact, when they had the 6-woman scramble match, or I think it was gauntlet match from what I remember. But seeing the two of them together, you want to talk? I really have high hopes for this tag team. First of all, they're a fan favorite. You can't deny them when they're coming in singing doing the YMCA dance. They have everything. Could I see them later on down the road challenge for tag titles in the company? Yeah, I could definitely see that. I could very easily see that with the two of them. Because both of them have everything. They have the look. They have the It factor. You want to cheer them. They get you involved. They are a very good duo, the two of them. So if you get the opportunity, go to YouTube, type in Major League Blondes, which, like I said, is the team of Nahir Robles and JC Storm. These women can put on a freaking show. They really could. To keep things moving here, Eric James stole the top contender spot in a victorious win over both Desmond Cole and TJ Crawford. Now, the only thing I will say about this is I wasn't expecting Eric James to get the win here. I thought, when I saw this match, I really thought this was going to be Crawford, or this was going to be... Crawford would be a heel, so you can't really do heel versus heel. I don't know why, but I was thinking Desmond Cole. Obviously, Desmond Cole had the run with the VPW title, so I figured, why not have him? Oh, wait, was this for the... I think this was for the New York... I got to double check if this is for the New York one, the VPW New York title, or the regular title. Overall, good match. Next, okay. I was talking highly about the team of Nahir Robles and JC Storm. The other team I got to talk about very highly about is Diego El Trabajador and the sweeper Eddie Privetti, who this team is freaking over. They are over like Rover. I've seen Eddie Privetti plenty of times now. I've seen him in Creative Pro. I've seen him at Creative Pro North, also known as Blitzkrieg Pro. The guy comes into a ring and has the entire crowd chanting for him to sweep up the ring. I know that's his character, the sweep, sweep, sweep. But when you got the crowd at the palm of your hands basically saying that, yeah, you're doing something right. Let's just call a spade on that one. You're doing something right. And the fact that I'll put it this way. Like I said before with Nahir and with JC, being, in sort of that going for gold, I could easily see Eddie Pavetti and Diego El Trabajador going for a gold at some point. Either it being against Kane Industries for the VPW titles, or if they want to broaden their horizons and go bigger, I can see them going after the Blitzkrieg tag titles. I can see them going after the Creator Pro tag title. I can see them going after some gold. Now, do I think they're going to win gold? Maybe not on their first shot, but at some point, while I still have air in my lungs, I will be sitting there saying, the team of Eddie Pavetti and Diego El Trabajador, to me, they have championship material. Let's see here. What else do we have going on? Nope. Wrong one. Nope. Wrong one. And guys, like I said, you definitely leave your comments below. You can. I'll definitely read them throughout the entire show tonight. Let's see here. All right, so next we got Gem takes on Scarlet Median. Pretty little problem with Scarlet cost her. Oh, this one really was meh. And then for your main event, Delta House and Brother Greatness, or as they were called that night, Delta Church, took on the team of Jack Tomlinson, Leo Sparrow, and Graham. This one was basically no surprise that the babyfaces got the win here. No surprise at all, especially the fact that when you had Brother Greatness coming out, he started doing sermons, and yeah, you're in a church. It would kind of not have looked good if you would have had the dude that has the church gimmick lose in a church. But like I said, overall, I thought it was great. The match flowed well. I'm going to just say this right now. Give me Brother Greatness and freaking Leo Sparrow any day of the week. Hell, give me Jack Tomlinson and Dante Drago any day of the week. They can put on matches. They can do something. Overall, what grade would I give it? I would give it, in all honesty, 8 out of 10. And I'll say that because I thought there was a few matches on there that didn't need to be on. I thought, like I said, I liked what they did with the two tag matches, especially not. And there's a saying that we always talk about in pro wrestling, where you either go over or you get over. And while Eddie Pavetti's team won, so he essentially got over. Nahir Robles' team didn't, but she definitely got over with the crowd from what I saw on Saturday. Very easily. Radio's doing good. I didn't really get a chance to talk to him that much on Saturday at the show, but I did kind of cross paths with him for like a hot minute. So it was good to see him. And guys, like I said, definitely go check out Victory Pro. I know their next show is February 15th, Kings of New York, which is their annual Kings of New York tournament. I know the difference this year, from my understanding, is that it will not be it's not the typical setting that they do. It's going to be more of the tag team side of things. Yes, despite the fact he pokes fun at me every time I see him. Well, not now because I've been to a few VPW shows. But what I'm definitely going to say is this, And if Ryan was on right now, he would be laughing his ass off that I even want to say that this came out of my mouth. But go give Victory Pro a shot. They are a really good company. They put on really good matches. It's family friendly. I'd also want to give a shout out to the church where the show was last weekend, because first of all, I've never been to a show before where there was actually a shit ton of parking. And I kid you not, there was a shit ton of parking at this VPW show. So you had that. The inside, it was clean. It looked brand new. It looked absolutely brand new. They had, I don't remember the name of the pizza company. I do apologize. They had oven baked pizza. Oh, as you can tell, I'm sort of a big boy, and even I freaking love their pizza. Oh. It was a nice venue, nice building, and I definitely want to see Victory Pro or any wrestling company, even if it's Creative Pro, or bring one of the companies from Jersey, like a Breed Combination or a Titan Championship Wrestling to this building. I think you do pretty well. I think you would do pretty well. But let's focus on what we have coming up, because we have coming up this Saturday. Let me just pull up said graphic so you guys can see said graphic. And that would be, where the fuck are you? There you go. Courtesy of Jimmy J Entertainment, he will be doing his Royal Rumble watch party live from the Hooters on Long Island, And you see two handsome fellows on the screen right now. Yes, myself and Sexy One himself, Ryan Peterson, will be live at the Hooters building in Farmingdale, talking all things Royal Rumble as we get you guys ready. Start time, not sure exactly what the start time will be, but we'll let you guys know in the next 48 hours or so. And the funny thing is, if you want your laugh, it was also confirmed, not confirmed, but Mark, I'm going to touch on that in a second, because one thing that's happening at this watch party is Jimmy J is doing a wing eating contest. Yours truly will be entering said wing eating contest. So I'm just going to put out there right now, I don't like doing food challenges that much. I mean, yes, I know we've had this podcast has had its things when it comes to food challenges and Hooters and Jimmy J. But you know what? We're in a new. I mean, I know I keep saying this, but we're in a new regime on a new platform, brand new start. So why not have some fun here? No, Merc, it's not me versus Ryan. Actually, Ryan doesn't even know yet what he's doing for this winging contest, but he does have a role in it. Actually, Merc, I was going to say, if you could tag him in the comments. Actually, let me see if I can do it. Let me see something. I don't think I can. Oh, okay. But I wanted to see if I can get Brian on here for a hot second. Hold on. Because he doesn't even know yet what he's doing. But yeah, like I said, he does have a role in this thing. So, Ryan, if you're watching this, message me. I'll send you the link quickly. Because You're going to kill me on this one. David, I will definitely read that comment because at the end, I definitely want to give my predictions of what we're going to see this Saturday. But one thing I can confirm is you guys will be seeing a live wing eating competition on this show this coming Saturday, live from Hooters. And the big thing is, and that's also people who can't. This is also for people who are not able to be at the watch along party live. You can join us Saturday. The other reason why this is such, and I've done plenty of these watch parties before. This isn't the first time. It sure as hell won't be the last. But the big reason why I'm so gung ho on this is for one reason. Any watch party I've done, or any on location show I've done, has either been up in Albany with Dynasty, which I don't mind doing that at all, down in Philly for Battleground, or in Jersey for Breed Combination or Titan Championship Wrestling. You know, there's one area I've never said, and that's Long Island, my own backyard. In the 3 years of this podcast, in the 13 years of doing Around the Ropes podcast, I have never done a live on location show in the area where I was from. So when this opportunity came for myself and Ryan to do this, to be a part of the festivities on Saturday, how could I turn it down? Seriously, how could I turn it down? And also, guys, another thing I just want to make a quick mention of here. Don't know what date yet we're going to make the announcement. But I'm just going to put it this way. Be on the lookout, because within the next couple of weeks, there's going to be some minor changes, and some things are coming back. For example, I know I keep telling you guys go subscribe to Around the Ropes on the Around the Ropes YouTube page. Once everything gets finalized, there won't be Around the Ropes YouTube page anymore. I mean, let me rephrase that. There will still be Around the Ropes YouTube page, but it won't be under the Around the Ropes name anymore. But guys, just be prepared, because something big is coming in February. And what that is, you have to wait and see. You have to wait and see. But I'm trying to think here. We talked WWE. AEW, I mean, the only thing I will say I give them a lot of credit for is what they're doing right now with the whole Tony Storm, Mariah May thing. I love every second of it, especially what we saw. Now, this is what I don't understand. You know how invested AEW fans are, the ones who are still with the company and haven't gone completely off the fucking rockers yet. You mean to tell me you couldn't do the Tony Storm, Mariah May spot on Dynamite where more people, more than 4 people and a chicken will watch it? You had to do that on freaking Collision of all places? Seriously. But again, people know my issues with AEW. I've been very forth about it. And not issues of, oh my God, I want to... No. Issues that I think the freaking guy who runs the company needs to get his head out of his ass and realize that he's a fucking wrestling promoter, not just a fan who has a shit ton of money. But I've been saying about AEW since the start that Tony Khan's not a booker. He's not a promoter. He's just somebody who has a shit ton of money, who can put together fantasy matches and not even think twice about it. He's not a booker. Seriously. He is not a booker. But I'm trying to think here. Oh, I want to touch briefly on the Britt Baker situation. As we know, Britt Baker will not be on TV again for AEW for a while. Hey, John, you're going to laugh at this one. Did you hear who's going to be in charge of creative? No, Mark, I did not know who. Um, Actually, two other things I want to get into with AEW. Why the fuck are we having the slightest possibility that Jeff Jarrett is, and Jeff Jarrett has been on the show before, so I have nothing but respect for the guy. But they put out the stipulation for him and Claudio for Wednesday, and basically saying that if Jeff Jarrett wins, he gets a title match. So, and I said this last week about the Death Riders. I'm going to continue to say this. Mark, you're funny on that one. But I thought the Death Riders, the whole point of the Death Riders was to build up a star. Okay, fine. You're doing Cope, but not till much later on. Why are we even remotely going down the road of possibly having fucking Jeff Jarrett in a title? I mean, did I have Jeff Jarrett going for a world title on my bingo card in 2025? No, not necessarily, because, oh yeah, it's 2025. This isn't 1997 and we're in WCW and he's turning on everybody, calling everybody slapnuts. Yeah, Mark, I knew about that. But why is Jeff Jarrett get a title? Why is it that coming into next week's show, we might be sitting here saying Jeff Jarrett is gunning a world heavyweight title match? Why? Who the fuck signed up for this shit? And who the fuck books this shit? Seriously. You have guys on that roster who are talented as hell, who haven't gotten literally chicken shit yet, because you're more concerned about giving Jeff Jarrett a title opportunity, or Edge. Let's call him what he is, Edge, because to me, call him Cope is ridiculous. Because even at the peak when he was Edge, you still called him Copeland. So where you should have built up a star in a Darby Allin, in an Orange Cassidy, no, we're going to give it to Jeff Jarrett and fucking Edge, of all people. Why? Explain that to me. What validates? What's the point of having Jeff Jarrett go for the fucking title? The guy's like 100 years old. And I'll just put the comment that David said, because I think it's a perfect comment. He goes, Jeff Jarrett has serious Ric Flair syndrome. Doesn't fucking know when to call it a day. Thank you. But we're going to give him a title shot, but we can't give Ricky Starks one. We can't give, anybody else on the roster who's more deserving. And that's what pisses me off with this company. Is this company is so concerned about, we have to give a title opportunity to this one wrestler who, wrestled in WWE, but you have 6 guys who are all homegrown talent. Oh, we can't give them an opportunity. And on top of that, it was announced last week, Ricky Starks announced that he had asked for his release, and the fucking company said no. And this is what I'm failing to understand for the life of me. And when Britt Baker leaves, WWE is going to regret it 100. Not WWE. AEW is going to regret it 100%, because I get the fact they're so gung ho on Mercedes Moné and Mariah May and this person, but you're forgetting one simple fact here. And the one simple fact is there wouldn't be a fucking women's division right now in AEW if it wasn't for what Britt Baker did. I mean, everybody remembers that match she had at Double or Nothing back in 2019. It was her, Nyla Rose, Kylie Ray, and somebody else, I don't remember who, in a fatal 4-way. But that was the stepping stones for this women's division. And I don't want to say this because, everybody who watches this show knows that, I want these wrestling companies to succeed. But AEW has to get their head out of it. Tony Khan has to get his head out of his ass and realize, and Chad Minez put the post out about it. I agree with him 100%. TNA, I'm going back to when TNA officially made the announcement for the partnership with WWE. TNA, where people thought, including yours truly, thought the company was dead. They were finished. They just became the second company in the United States, an alternative to WWE, where AEW, who just got billions upon dollars from Warner Brothers to bring the streaming services to Max, more likely became the third company. And that's what I don't understand about this company. I'm failing to understand about this company for the life of me. I've said this before when it comes to AEW. I can turn around and go to Twitter, go to X, or even go to TikTok even, and bring up some of the past, some clips from the last episode. And within 5 minutes, I can figure out exactly what happened. Very easily. But yeah, and that's the funny thing, John. You bring up an interesting point here. John said, he goes, meanwhile, TK gets to watch Cody and Punk face each other every week at the end of the yeah. And not only that, he gets to see Pentagon booked well. He gets to see fucking Jade Cargill booked well. And I remember sitting on this specific show, this podcast, saying, oh, Jade has years to come. She's not there yet. She's still very green. She's come a long way. Because this goes back to what I've been saying about AEW. AEW basically has put themselves in a position where if you're an indie star, unless you go work out with them down in Atlanta at the Nightmare Factory, you're not getting in. But yet, if you take the same person and put them in, hold on one second, I just gotta you on first. I know you want quite a bit, but hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to eat one really bad. But this is my problem with this company. I've said this since day one. I would love if somebody who's in this chat right now is a diehard AEW fan. Why? You know what? John, David, Merck, everybody who's watching this, I have a question for you guys. I want to leave your comment, let you guys leave your comments below. If you're still a fan of AEW, my question to you is why? Why are you still a fan, or why did you not stop being a fan? That's going to be the interesting story. Because we're going to take a quick break. After this break, more wrestling talk on the Around the Ropes YouTube and Facebook page. We'll be right back right after this. John, you bring up an interesting question here. And guys, welcome back to Around the Ropes podcast. He goes, where's Toto Tom? Well, unfortunately, Toto Tom last week on the show when I had my technical issues when we first joined started poking fun at me. So while I know he's in character, Toto Tom, I'm going to say this to you right now, my friend. You can do it to other people, but to sit there and kind of laugh at me and I'm having the minor technical issues, no. But let me give you my prediction now, and then I am going to wrap the show up for this evening. Coming in first, we have the men's ladder match for the undisputed WWE and WWE Eagle Championship. I fucking love this whole story. I think Cody has finally gotten his match in KO. As far as does KO pull the trigger and walk into WrestleMania with the championship? Unfortunately, probably no. I can very easily see the scenario playing out where that's not the case. So I think Cody takes both belts coming out of the show. But so Cody wins that one. As far as the tag one goes, DIY retains. DIY retains. You can further the storyline to get into WrestleMania, where you can potentially go after where you could potentially make it a triple threat. Because I still think we're getting Motor City Machine Guns and the Tongan brothers, Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, sooner rather than later. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, as far as my other prediction goes, I'm gonna go out on a safe limb here. For the men's, it's John Cena. For the women, it's I don't know. Women, I'm just gonna say Charlotte. But guys, I do appreciate everybody who watched the show tonight. It means a lot. You know that. I love each and every one of you. Let me just get this on the screen now. But guys, a couple of quick notes here I want to mention. Like I said, this Saturday, myself and Ryan will be live from Hooters in Farmingdale. Doors open at 4. I think we're going to start about 5:30 or so. And we'll be on with you guys for the entire length of the podcast. Also, in addition to that, the school is currently doing a sort of like a code drive, I think. Never mind. Forget that one. I don't want to go with that. But yeah. So, like I said, the big thing is that Thursday night we will have our interview with Mike King, owner and promoter of Immortal Championship Wrestling. That will be live, so stay tuned for that. And so much more. But guys, again, in the illustrious words of Billy Joel, live said hellos and goodbyes. Unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye. We will see you guys here next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Ryan Ropes YouTube channel. Have a fun weekend.